due to extreme pressure, the bodies of the deep sea fishes and the other organism is compressed. Okay, and so they are designed in a such a way that the bony skeleton except the jaws are reduced and they contain all the watery muscle, this in order to help to sustain against or overcome the pressure. Okay, then next the next point is the presence of swim bladder. Swim bladders are not all like are present in the aquatic organisms, and most of the fishes bears a swim bladder. This is a balloon like internal organ that contains a gas. Okay, and by changing the amount of gas in the bladder, a fish can move up and down through the water column. So this is the function of the swim bladder, and this helps in the buoyancy of the fish also. Okay, the next important point or changes that lead to the survival of the organism under the aquatic conditions, that is at the deep sea level also, that is the circulatory system. The fishes and the other organism have a basically the fishes have a circulatory system with the two chambered heart, and their digestive system is complete, and it includes several organs and glands. Then they will be having a jaws in a fish, which is used uh, jaws and teeth will use to grind the food. Okay, and before passing it to the rest of the digestive tract, and this allow them to consume like this allow them to consume a larger prey also. Okay, the next point is if they have a centralized nervous system with the brain. Okay, so what happened, the brains are a small as compared to the compared with the brains of the other vertebrates, but they are large and complex. Okay, um, and this and they have like a highly developed sense organs that allow them to see, hear, feel, smell and taste. Okay, for example in shark and some other fishes, what happen, they can even sense the very low level of electricity emitted by other animals, and this will help them to locate the prey. Okay, then next important changes or the adaptation that have taken place is the organism. Some organisms are without the gas filled swim bladders. We have seen that in some fishes there are swim bladders are present, which helps them to movement up and down and maintain the buoyancy, but in some organisms the gas filled swim bladders are absent. Okay, and they are near neutral buoyancy, uh, and this will also result from the heart, um, that is their heart is very small. Basically this without swim gas filled swim bladders are seen in the deep water sea organism. Okay, deep water um, the organism which are bottom dwellers found in the benthic zone, in this the gas filled swim bladders are absent. Okay, and for example in a gulper eel and all, the water content is very high, so that's why what happens, they are without the gas filled swim bladders and still they can neutral the buoyancy. Okay, another characteristics is their heart are very small and they have a very little red muscle. Okay, and low hematocrit value. Even some what happen in some this deep sea fishes, the visual as they are it is said to be a aphotic zone, so they have highly effective in visioning light of like very low intensity. So the modification which have taken place is the retina. Okay. So retina of the deep sea fishes composed of a number of tiers of a rods that is presumably arranged to absorb all the light emitted by the uh, uh, it absorbs the all the limited light that enters the eye. Okay. And also in a what happened, there is eyes are very small as they are little apparent use, and still other are, and while some are without the eyes also. This we have already covered in a structural adaptation, I think so. And then in deep sea animals, as they are found in a aphotic zone, so some organism can produce their own light, okay, by means of luminance organ, that is for example in a lantern fish. In anglefish and all, the light is used as a bait to attract the prey, okay, this luminance light. Okay. And beside the attracting and seeing the prey, this luminance display uh, help us in some species. It helps in sex recognition during mating time and all. This is very place and very important. Okay. uh, then next is this point we have already covered regarding the uh, bilayer, the benthic fishes. Okay, they will be having they are bottom dwellers, and they are mostly correlated with the soft substratum. So this So another important adaptation is the bilayer cellular membrane that will experience a loss of fluidity. So in order to overcome the the cold, under the high pressure and at a very low temperature, the cell membrane of the uh, of that particular organism, the cells of that particular organism needs to be a fluidity should be there. Okay, so deep sea cellular membranes favor having by more phospholipids bilayers with the high proportion of unsaturated fatty acid. This will maintain the higher fluidity than in the sea level. Okay, what happen in a deep sea organism, the fluidity should be there between in a bilayer. Okay. So this will provide the easy exchange of proteins and other molecules into the cells of the organism. Okay. So so the bilayer will be having a high number of phospholipid, which will be having a higher proportion of unsaturated fatty acid. Unsaturated fatty acid means the fatty acid having a double bond. Okay, saturated means a single bond. No, so they will be having a high unsaturated fatty acid in that, which will maintain the fluidity of the bilayer. Okay, even the globular protein of the deep sea fishes is in the form of the tertiary structure. Okay, this globular protein are the protein or G protein which will be help in or mostly uh, present to overcome the pressure, or it is secreted when there is damage due to the high temperature or pressure, or there is so that time the production of this G proteins takes place. Okay, and it is relatively rigid compared to that of the surface level fish. Okay. And this protein in a deep sea fish are structurally different from the surface fish, uh, in a appearance from the observation that the actin from the muscle fibers of the deep sea fish are extremely heat resistant. Okay. So this is how the organism of the under aquatic condition, that is at a aphotic zone and photic zone, euphotic zone will showing a different physiological adaptation. If you have any question regarding this, then please let me know. Okay, thank you.